Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Alladzi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqqi liyudhhirahu ala dini kullihi wa kafa billahi syahida. Tsumma nusalli wa nusallimu ala sayyidina wa habibina wa muallimina wa murabbi ruhina Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh la nabiyya ba'dah. Usikum wa nafsi bitaqwallah faqad fazal muttaqun. Amma ba'du. Bersyukur kepada Allah dengan talafuz alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Kemudian bersolawat kepada Rasulullah dengan mengucapkan Allahumma sholli ala Muhammad. Alhamdulillah, berjumpa lagi dengan saya Gus Nurul Hidayat. Pada kesempatan kali ini saya akan membahas dan memberikan video dari Syeih Ahmad Deedat yang menjelaskan tentang Trinitas ataupun keyakinan orang-orang Kristen yang meyakini Tuhan Bapa, Tuhan Anak, Roh Kudus. Seperti yang saya jelaskan di video-video sebelumnya. Akan tetapi pada kesempatan kali ini marilah kita simak terlebih dahulu video Syeih Ahmad Deedat yang menjelaskan Trinitas daripada keyakinan orang-orang Kristen. Marilah kita lihat video Syeih Ahmad Deedat.
You ask the Trinitarians. They believe the Father is God, the Son is God, and the Holy Ghost is God. But they are not three gods, but one God. And they continue in their catechism that the Father is Almighty, the Son is Almighty, and the Holy Ghost is Almighty. But they are not three Almighties, but one Almighty. That's how the catechism goes. And it proceeds, the Father is a person, the Son is a person, and the Holy Ghost is a person. But they are not three persons, but one person. I'm asking the English-speaking people, because I can't speak Swedish, the English-speaking people, I said, do they have any meaning in your language? Do they have any meaning? Or you just utter words without any meaning? You said person, but not three person, but one person. I said, what language are you speaking? It's because I know English. They taught me, the British have taught me English.
Dari penjelasan tersebut bisa kita ambil dan bisa kita mengerti bahwasanya keyakinan Kristen yang meyakini Tuhan Bapa, Tuhan Anak, Roh Kudus itu merupakan buatan Paulus. Kemudian ada juga video Syeih Ahmad Deedat yang menjelaskan tentang kekristenan orang-orang Kristen yang mengatakan Yesus, nama Yesus terhadap Nabi Isa itu asal daripada kata Yesus itu dari siapa? Marilah kita simak penjelasan Syeih Ahmad Deedat tentang asal usul kata Yesus yang diucapkan oleh orang-orang Kristen. Ini video Syeih Ahmad Deedat yang menjelaskan tentang kata Yesus. Marilah kita simak videonya. Ini videonya.
But the chairman is Jesus and Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon them both, upon all his messengers. A comparative study of these two mighty messengers of God. See, in our own language, if we use these names, Jesus, we would say Hazrat Isa alayhi salam. We would never say Isa. As Muslims, if our learned men in our masjids, in our private halls, Muslim halls, if they came to talk to us, lecture to us, and say Isa for Jesus, we would kick him out. But you see, usage, the Western nations, they call Jesus, Jesus, because they think he's God. Therefore, there's no Mr., there's no Reverend, you don't call him Bishop, you don't call him Pope, you don't call him Prophet, don't call him Messenger, they just say Jesus. So I can't help it. Because of that, I said Jesus and Muhammad, may peace and blessings of God be upon them both. Where do we begin? The name itself, Jesus. See, I can't keep on saying sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now people will know what is this guy trying to hypnotize us or mesmerize us. So you will have to bear with me, my dear Muslim brothers. You'll have to bear with me. This is how the Westerner understands Jesus. See, at the debate that took place on Sunday between myself and an American Palestinian Christian from America, Dr. Shorosh, one of the objections he had against the Quran was that in the Quran, the name for Jesus is Isa. We say Isa alayhi salam, is Isa. And he said that was not his name. In his native language, in the native language of Jesus, his name was Esau. That's a common name among the Jews, Esau. The classical for Esau is Yeshua. So he says, now look, in the Quran he's called Isa. That's his objection. He should have been Esau in the Quran, not Isa. As an Arab, he ought to have known that Arabic and Hebrew are sister languages. They are almost identical. And the name Esau and Isa are similar. The languages are identical. You say Ahad in Arabic, they say Echad in Hebrew. You say Salam in Arabic, they say Shalom in Hebrew. We say Yawmul Jummah means the day of Friday, day of gathering. They say Yawmul Sabah. Yom. They're similar, almost identical. Esau, Isa is a variation in the Arabic tongue for Hazrat Isa alayhi salam or Esau. But now we have a chance of asking them, the Christians, where did you get Jesus from? Look, Esau and Jesus, they are poles apart. Esau and Isa sounds almost identical. Esau, Isa. But where you get Jesus from? Amazing. You see, they can't see it. Jesus Christ, he said, judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured unto you. So you hypocrite, why seest thou the mote in thy brother's eye, and seest not the beam in thine own eye? Jesus says, you hypocrite, take the beam out of your own eye first, before you try to take the mote out of your brother's eye. That splinter. You've got a beam in your eye, and you can't see that, and you're seeing the little splinter in your brother's eye. Jesus. Where does the word Jesus come from? See, this is the Latinized form of the Hebrew word Esau. Latinized form. Subject people, all subject people, they suffer from an inferiority complex. They would like to make their names sound like those of the ruling race. We might also suffer from such sicknesses. My son's name is Yusuf. So people will call him Joseph or call him Joe. Is it not so? The name may be Ibrahim. You say Abraham. You like to make it sound like that of the Englishman, your rulers. Now the early Christians had the same sickness. They wanted their names to sound like that of the Romans, not like those of the Jews. Esau sounds Jewish. They didn't want their God's name to sound like a Jew. So they Latinized it by adding J. Where there was no J, they added J. Jesus. And they have a sickness for adding J's where there are no J's. Yusuf, they say Joseph, add a J. Yaqub, they say Jaqub. Ayub, they say Job. And everywhere where there's no J, they add J's to make it sound like that of the ruling masters, the Greeks and the Romans. Inferiority complex. So Jesus is not his name. His mother, when he was born, never called him Jesus. She must have called him Esau or Yeshua, not Jesus. But besides the point, his birth. According to the teachings of Islam, our Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he made us to accept that Jesus Christ, Christ again, is another word which they have translated from Messiah to Christ. Sounds like Greek, Roman. Saul, one of the self-appointed disciples of Jesus, they call him Paul, Paul. See, Saul sounds Jew, Jew. So they make it Paul, Paul. Peter, Peter. Peter was not the name of Peter. Nobody ever called him Peter in his life. You know St. Peter's in Rome? Peter. St. Paul, Paul was not Paul, he was St. Saul. St. Peter was St. Simon. His title was Cephas. Jesus said, you are Cephas. Cephas means you are a rock. You are a hard fighting fellow, you know, hard-hearted fellow. You are Cephas. Cephas in Hebrew means a rock or stone. So they translated that into Greek, Petros. And from Petros they got the word Peter. See, sounds Greek or Roman, Peter. But you say, Simon Cephas sounds Jew. They didn't want the heroes.
Dengan adanya video tersebut, bisa kita ambil pelajaran bahwasanya di zaman dahulu ketika Nabi Isa diutus oleh Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala kepada kaum Israel, ibunya Nabi Isa yang bernama Sayyidah Maryam itu memanggil Nabi Isa dengan sebutan Iso ataupun Yesua, seperti itu. Jadi kata Yesus itu merupakan ubahan yang diubah oleh kerajaan Romawi kuno. Mungkin hanya itu yang dapat saya sampaikan. Semoga kita mengambil pelajaran bahwasanya Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala mengutus para rasulnya untuk menyampaikan kebenaran bahwasanya tidak ada Tuhan selain Allah. La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. And all the prophets is the messengers of Allah. Jangan lupa di subscribe channel kami biar semakin berkembang ke depannya. Hadanallahu iyakum ila subulis salam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.